The Supreme Court has agreed to hear on Friday Jayalalitha's bail plea in the disproportionate asset case. That is the very latest that we are getting to hear. Meenakshi is on the phone line with us. Meenakshi, her lawyers were looking for an urgent hearing, but that doesn't seem to happen. The Supreme Court deciding to hear this on Friday now.
Well, yes, this is also a part of the strategy perhaps now that the Jayalalitha team is adopting. I remember they had shown great alacrity and urgency by moving Karnataka High Court, and that really did not yield positive results for them. And what is very interesting is going forward, Supreme Court, yes, indeed, will now hear Jayalalitha, Sasikala and the other two convicts in the DA cases bail plea forthcoming Friday. But also what is very significant is that the grounds Jayalalitha has taken in her bail plea. Nowhere is she challenging the merits of her case or trying to emphasize as to why she is innocent and the Supreme Court should go ahead and grant her bail. On the contrary, she, in the Supreme Court, has taken the ground of being a senior citizen and has also cited grounds of her medical condition, various medical ailments that she is in the middle of as grounds, perhaps trying to evoke a more humanitarian approach and also evoke the Supreme Court's latitude on these grounds as being more humanitarian. That is what she's hoping for, and rightfully so. Perhaps her supporters and followers, the AIA-DMK camp, who has been planning the legal strategy for Jayalalitha, at a later point in time, while they were moving Supreme Court, decided that it would not pay off positively for Jayalalitha if the same alacrity and sense of urgency was displayed before the Supreme Court.
And Meenakshi, also for the benefit of our viewers, in fact, who do not really know much about the case and the, conditions which had been put in earlier to apply for this bail earlier, the point is the High Court had said that this amounts to violation of economic rights, talking about corruption in very clear terms, saying that there are no grounds for giving bail to Jayalalitha. So what really has changed in the appeal which went to the High Court, which was rejected, to the one which has now come up in the Supreme Court?
Well, yes, Deepthi, that is going to be very interesting going forward. That was the finding of the High Court. And remember, all the courts in the country, even as we speak, be it any high-profile case pertaining to Lalu Prasad Yadav, now in recent times we have seen in the matter of Jayalalitha, this has all been a result of the Supreme Court Lily Thomas judgment, which was passed in 2014, wherein the Supreme Court really stepped in and has put in some very, very stringent observations / new grounds pertaining to corruption charges and of people in public life. And relying on that, we had seen the Karnataka High Court come out with its observation, which you just mentioned, as to how corruption is really a malaise of society and is responsible for several of its evils. In the backdrop of that judgment, the